Lambert Material Handling, formerly Lamson Material Handling, marketed the first palletizer in the United States in 1948. Since 1948, Lamson Lambert have sold several thousand conveyor and palletizer systems throughout the U.S. and other countries. In 1987, the Lamson Conveyor and Palletizer Division was purchased by former employees and subsequently renamed Lambert Material Handling. Lambert presently is located in two facilities, a sales, engineering, warehouse facility in Syracuse, New York, and a manufacturing facility in nearby Radisson, New York. In 1990, Lambert introduced the 1200 and 1200B series palletizers. The design took over 1.5 years. With over 175 years of palletizer design experience, the 1200 incorporates materials and design techniques using state-of-the-art technology. This enables the 1200 to be user-friendly, cost-effective, and structurally sound. The 1200 comes complete with an in-feed conveyor, pallet dispenser, and a 7-foot discharge conveyor. The pallet dispenser will easily accommodate 14 empty pallets. Pallets are discharged from the dispenser on demand. An optional sheet dispenser can be attached between the pallet dispenser and lower rater area to deposit a sheet on the empty pallet. The empty pallet travels from the dispenser to the lower rater area and is raised up under the stripper plate to accept a layer of cartons on the lower rater. At this time, the next pallet is released from the pallet dispenser and queues on the pallet chain conveyor. The NEMA 12 electrical enclosure contains the controls on the door. There are push buttons and selector switches for both automatic and manual operations. A graphic display provides startup instructions, status indications, and diagnostic information in the event of a malfunction. Inside the cabinet are located the programmable controller, IEC motor contactors with protectors. All controls are wired to a terminal strip. To begin palletizing, the air pressure must be on and the master circuit breaker turned to the on position. To start the palletizer, turn the control power switch to the on position. Release the emergency stop button and depress the start push button. If there are more than one pattern and/or layer selections, set the switches to the proper position. Turn the package feed switch to on to allow cartons to feed into the 1200. Cartons travel on a conveyor system to the in-feed conveyor. Here, the cartons are spaced for turning and counting. Depending on the pattern, the cartons are turned 90 degrees or feed straight in on the row-forming conveyor. When the proper number of cartons are in front of the row pusher, the pusher moves the cartons onto the stripper plate. The row pusher can be programmed to position the cartons on the stripper plate to be in the proper position on the pallet or layer beneath the stripper plate. This extended row pusher feature allows proper positioning of the cartons on intricate patterns. Once the row pusher reaches the outer limit of travel, the pusher raises up on the return cycle. This allows a continuous flow of cartons onto the row-forming conveyor. Once a layer is completed on the stripper plate, the layer is compressed on all four sides and is deposited on the pallet or previous layer. The lower rater then lowers until the layer is clear of the stripper plate. The stripper plate will then close. Palletizing will continue until the proper layer count is reached. The completed pallet load will lower and discharge from the palletizer via the full load and discharge conveyors. An empty pallet will then enter the lower rater area and be raised up under the stripper plate for the next pallet load as the full load is discharged. The 1200 has many options available to satisfy your needs. These are sheet dispenser, right angle transfer, layer selection, remote control panel, automatic line selection for multi-line systems, operator platform, powered discharge conveyor. Lambert has incorporated safety features as standard on the 1200. These features both increase personnel awareness and protect personnel from inherent hazards involved with moving assemblies. Some of these features are SEMA-approved safety labels, guarding on all sprockets and drives, safety orange painted areas to alert personnel to take precautionary action or other action in the presence of hazards. Emergency stop switch is located on the control panel, on both sides of the lower rater entrance, at the pallet dispenser. Operating any emergency stop switch stops the 1200, and it can only be restarted at the control panel once the switch is reset. All stop switches are lockable in the off position. Diagonal photoeyes located at the entrance to the lower radar area stop the 1200 when interrupted by an object or personnel entering the lower radar area. Safety blocking poles to be inserted in receptacles to prevent the lower radar from lowering if personnel are required to enter the 1200. Expanded metal guarding along the row forming area incorporates an access door to the top of the Series 1200s. Opening the door stops the 1200, and it can only be restarted at the control panel once the door is closed and the safety switch operated. Rotating beacon. An amber beacon will rotate and flash, signifying the 1200 is on and ready to palletize. This beacon is activated after a time delay stops the row-forming conveyor if cartons are not being fed to the 1200. The in-feed conveyor continues to operate, and when a carton arrives at the discharge end of the conveyor, the row-forming conveyor starts and the beacon deactivates. Some of the standard 1200 features offering a definite advantage over other pelletizers are a 2-year warranty on all fabricated and purchased parts. All vendor components are off-the-shelf items for ease of replacement. Lambert also inventories replacement parts for all of our products. Extended row pusher design eliminates case forming problems. Split stripper plate allows a slower, gentler handling of the product. The diagnostic unit will normally indicate product count. The 1200 base has a small footprint. Detailed operation and maintenance manuals and training are supplied with the 1200. Best of all is our prices and lead time. Other Lambert material handling products are Series 1200B automatic bag palletizer, standalone pallet dispensers, standalone vertical conveyors, standard and custom design conveyor, full pallet conveyors, distribution center systems. Lambert Material Handling.